Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. If you don't know who this is, I guarantee you know his cars. This is Rob Miller, or Robert, what you prefer?
Either way, Rob,
Hey you.
Robert, hey you, that'll work.
All right.
Fox body guy, T-top coupe guy, that's most of the way people know me. So.
Alright, we're here talking about Wicked Stepsister today, as you can see behind us. And if you've seen in the beginning of this video, we've got a few questions for Rob. So, how many Foxes have you built?
Actually built probably 5.
Okay.
Started with a little red coupe. I had a little 91 coupe that I built, and that's actually where my screen name come from on all the forums.
Okay.
Was 91 SVT coupe. So that's been 13, 14, maybe 15 years ago.
Yep.
And my dream then was to do an 03 Cobra swap in that car. That's why I put my screen name as 91 SVT coupe.
Is it 91 or 81?
It was a we're talking. Okay, we're on Instagram.
Okay, Instagram is 81. I was getting confused.
Yeah,
Okay.
Instagram is 81 SVT coupe.
Okay.
But back on the forums, back in the day of Corral and SVT Performance,
Before Instagram and all that stuff.
Before all the new stuff, I was 91 SVT coupe.
Okay.
And so that come from the little red 91 coupe that I first built.
Yep.
After that was the white coupe with the CCWs, which a lot of people remember seeing, had black CCWs. And then after that was the T-top car. Yep. The T-top coupe, and then Sandy, and currently 81 car here, Wicked Stepsister.
Monica's favorite is Sandy.
Sandy. Yeah, she still likes Sandy. Oh, Sandy, she's so pretty. Right?
So pretty. What inspired this car? Was it the 81 T-top, or was it a little bit of both? Was it Sandy?
A little bit of both. The 81 T-top car, everybody always asks, why'd you get rid of that car? Yeah. And for me, I loved it. I enjoyed building it. I was really passionate about building that car, but after I done it, I wasn't crazy about the T-tops.
Oh, okay.
A lot of people still are. They say, take them out. I'd be riding around with my hair blowing in the wind and all this stuff, but I just never was really satisfied after I'd done it, and I know that's going to probably surprise a lot of people. But with Sandy, you know, I was looking for a roof skin for her because of the snowstorm. It had damaged the top, and I ran across this little car, which was an 81 car, in a scrapyard getting ready to be scrapped.
Oh man.
And so basically from there, we brought it home first because it was the nicest car and had the nicest roof skin, but we couldn't cut the roof skin off.
You got it there and you couldn't cut it off?
Couldn't cut it off. So we went back and got another one, and from there I started thinking about building another 81 coupe, like the T-top with the front end and everything, but just wanted a hardtop. Yeah. So that's where some of the inspiration from it comes. The other part of it is just I really wanted to build a car. Again, one more time. Yeah. Maybe in the new age. I used to be called a picture whore. Maybe I can't say that on.
That's all right.
On YouTube. You can edit that out.
We can beep if we need to.
Beep it. But you know, that was back in the day of the forums, and I used to love sharing my passion with these cars. And in today's age, you know, with Instagram, Facebook, there's TikTok, which I don't have, and Twitter, and all this stuff.
I'm not.
The YouTube videos. You know, I wanted to again share my passion with these guys. A lot of the new guys that have come along, and even the older guys that are still there, still love the Fox bodies. Yeah. I just wanted to see if I could do it one more time.
One more time.
And you know, do a lot of it with used parts. Yep. It's still expensive, but it's an inexpensive way.
Plus, it's part of the adventure, looking for parts.
Oh yes, it is. It's always fun when you're making a road trip to go pick up something that you need for the car. It's exciting when you find it. Maybe when your buddy has it, or maybe somebody else did, and you get it, and you know you got what you wanted. That's always a great thing. It's part of it.
Well, we covered where'd you find the car? Got out of a scrapyard. He saved it. Saved it from the scrapper, from the crusher. It didn't end up in China.
No. It didn't end up as a bar stool.
Yep.
Yep.
How long have you been building this car?
I was looking at that the other night. I think I'm on my 3rd year. Okay. Probably in the middle of the 3rd year of when I actually got it. Starting probably here before long, because I got it in the middle of summer. It'll be almost 4 years. Okay. So
you've done stuff in between there and other projects.
Yeah, you know, basically, like I said, I ran across this in the middle of doing Sandy, or getting her back on the road. Fought a lot of things with her along the way, and so that put this car on the back burner for a long time. Immediately, you know, I stripped it out, done a few things, and got it to a shell, and started doing some restoration stuff to it, and had the vision, but just was not able to do it all at one time.
Yeah.
So,
as most of us can't do it all at one time.
right. And I'll say this to go along with that is I've enjoyed this one more because I've been able to do a little bit,
yeah,
and then I stop, and I don't feel rushed. I don't feel like I have to get it done for this or for that or for anybody. It's just I've enjoyed it. When I feel like working on it, I'll work on it, and when I don't, I don't. So
I guess it's nice to have multiple cars at that.
Well, yeah, I guess so. Yeah, that I do have the option to jump in one and go drive, so you don't have that urge to push all the time.
You younger guys, you can do it. I started out with one. I drove. Maxine was my only car for a long time, and when I broke it, I had to borrow a car from my dad and
to drive back and forth.
I drove an '85 Dodge Diplomat back and forth to work. And
well, I drive the '98 Buick. You know, the old Buick truck. I drive it every day, and I tell people all the time I drive it so I can play with this stuff.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
But yeah, it's not about having tons of money. It's about just putting your mind to something and being able to do it, find deals, and live. Don't try to live like a rock star.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
So, but
what's the ultimate goal for the car? Just a driver, race car, a little bit of both?
Ultimately, probably is mainly just a driver cruiser.
Yeah.
I do, in my mind, envision myself, you know, going up to VIR.
Yeah.
On a day, a track day maybe, and being able to go testing around the track. I think that would be that would probably be my ultimate goal.
Yeah.
Is to see that it would hold up, maybe make a couple laps and just have some fun. But other than that, just general driving, get out, go to the cruise ins, play. I'd love to take it to some of the shows that are obviously big, Mustang Week, pits, you know, all these things. I'd love to be able to get out to some of those events and stuff. So.
We saw you have a handbrake in there. You plan on drifting this thing?
Well, if I can find a big enough parking lot, yeah. The only thing
you don't have to worry about hitting something.
No, I don't have to worry about hitting something. The last thing I drifted was probably a '96 Toyota Corolla, you know, and that was just a slide around in the road. So I'm not really sure that I'm ready for that, but yes, eventually I do want to do that.
Yeah.
And one thing too with this car is I really, in my vision of it, Brent, I wanted to build a car that was a tribute to the old American Iron series that I grew up reading about, seeing in the magazines. I always thought those cars had an amazing look to them. You know, the decals on the side of them, they were a little edgy. They weren't show cars. The guys were out enjoying them and having fun. And of course, in today's world, now we have drifting. And there was probably drifting back then too. We just didn't call it that.
Yeah.
You know, they didn't have a handbrake in there to do it with. So to add a little bit of that with a little bit of new is where I was kind of going with the car. So
that's cool. Do you consider yourself a trendsetter in the Fox body world?
No.
Well, you are, but anyway.
No. Realistically, I mean, I know I throw a lot of pictures and videos and things out there, and I really do a lot of that just as my passion as an enthusiast for the Fox body.
I'm set, but you do stuff that's never been done before. You do that.
Well,
like this exhaust. Nobody's ever done this.
Somebody's done it. Maybe not this way, but
I've never seen it.
You've never seen it that way. Yeah. I mean, I like trying new things.
Yeah.
Let's say it that way. I do like to try the new things. I see things from way back when these cars first came out and people first started modifying them. You know, there's a lot of stuff that's already been done before. We've just skipped such a big generation, and these cars are getting such a huge following now.
Yeah.
You know, it does seem like that everybody's trying to do something new.
Yeah.
Different,
Oh yeah.
You know, it's probably been done. We just didn't get to hear about it because we don't have social media like we used to.
I think we all. Well, I for one, I don't want to drive it what everybody else has.
Right.
I want a Fox body, but I don't want it to look like everybody else's.
Exactly. And that, you know, for the longest time, that was hard to do. Of course, there's, you know, the sky's the limit. I mean, you know, a lot of us, me, I'll say, I'm limited with my skills. You know, I got the idea, I can see it. That's why, obviously, sometimes I come to places like Schaffner's, you know, to get him to help me do things. But I use Scott Hartrick with the side exhaust. You know, I had it, I kind of started out with cardboard, you know, and then from the cardboard went to some metal that I've got a little metal brake at home that I play with. Once I kind of got the basic design down, I sent it to him, and he knocked it out real quick. But it saved, it's hard to tell somebody over the phone what you want.
Exactly.
So just having a vision and trying to do things, anybody can do that. It's just a matter of working through it and trying to make it happen.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like I said, I like trying new things. I guess that's the best way to say that. And sometimes there's a lot of trial and error with it.
Yeah, there is. There's some stuff that works, sometimes some stuff that doesn't.
Right. I have chunked several things away.
Oh, yeah.
It helps having some extra parts at times.
Yeah.
You know, this just, you know, come to me now. I was wanting to do the SVO panels for the Coupe. You know,
Oh, yeah.
SVO cars have the cell panels that are different. And I worked and worked and worked on that, and just could not get it to where I felt like it was going to look good. But you know, so things like that. It's more about just trying new things. I don't think I'm a trendsetter. I think a lot of people can. You know, you're a trendsetter. Look what you did with the rear seat in your car.
I don't know if anybody ever tried to do it again,
but it's like,
I do like it. Yes.
You'd like it, yeah. So I think it's all about personal taste and how you go forward with it. So,
and there's only one. I only found one seat that you can get back there, and it's tight.
It's a small one.
Yeah,
yeah. Not for a big guy. Then,
no,
right?
no. I've got the same ones in the front, and it's not fun.
It's not.
They're pretty comfortable once you get in, but getting in them is not.
It's not
the greatest thing.
Yeah. So.
They remind me of the old plastic race seats, but they do have some give to them.
A little padding, a little lacquer, something, a little softness.
Yeah.
So,
what inspires you to build cars? We probably already covered this, but
well, I mean, for me, I think just trying to ultimately, like I said, maybe push the envelope a little bit to some extent. See what I'm capable of. We can go back and look at Fox bodies from the time they come out. They've been working on them for a long time.
Oh yeah.
You know, there's been aftermarket parts and companies and things like that. But you know, I always look outside of the box, outside of the norm of the Fox body. You know, what did they do on this, you know, 68 Shelby GT Fastback that I could, you know, do on a Fox body?
Oh yeah.
You know, or what on this Pro Touring build? You know, they put a big splitter on the front of it. I did that with the T-top car. To be inspired, you have to have a vision, and you just have to want to be able to try new things, try to put it on the car. So I think that's what inspires me. Other than that, it's just keeping these cars alive, keeping people involved. You know, the younger generation. I've got a 16-year-old son, or about to be 16-year-old. He's not super crazy about the cars yet, but you know, it's something that I want him to look at and say, "Hey, I want to drive that."
Yeah.
You know, I want to be in there.
He's out there working on them though.
He is helping some.
Yeah.
Yes, he is. He's helping some.
He's got a 91.
91. It's a little 91 4-cylinder LX hatchback.
Yeah.
We redone the interior. Blue interior was something that I hated.
Yeah.
I always hated blue interior, but we decided to try to give it a little bit of a new touch to it. That inspired me to do a blue interior car. And you know, I think it's turned out good. I've not seen it out in the sunlight yet, but it's sitting in the basement. It looks nice.
Looks good.
So, yeah.
How many magazine features have you had?
Been fortunate to have a couple of those. The first one was not a Fox body, but it was the 04 Mystic Chrome. Michael Johnson shot that for 50 Super Fords magazine. And then the T-top car, which I was inspired by KJ Jones. He has a black T-top coupe, and that inspired me to start building a T-top coupe. And Steve Turner found out that I was building that car, or I probably sent Steve some emails, probably told him I was.
Yeah.
Everybody's always looking for a magazine feature. You know, that's what your ultimate goal is.
I've always dreamed of having one. But
you know, and even today, you know, you could be shared all over the internet. I think the T-top coupe, you know, some of those pictures have been shared everywhere.
Oh, for sure.
But, you know, the satisfaction came from it being in the magazine. Yeah. So, of course, but Steve did shoot that for 50 Super Fords. Most recently, Michael Johnson did Sandy.
Yep.
And that was about to go into Muscle Mustang and Fast Fords. And they were in the editorial part. They were proofing it. He had actually messaged me late at night, and they were asking me some questions about a few things. And he was telling me it was on its way to print. And, of course, then they pulled the plug.
Oh.
Kills us all, I guess. So,
but then it got on hotrod.com.
It did get on hotrod.com. It's there. It's titled Rare Sand.
Yep.
So I was ultimately with her. It was all about telling the story. You know, sand beige. Nobody wanted that color. Nobody wanted. You know, everybody turned their nose up at it, and I said, I'm going to build a car out of it that people appreciate.
Oh, for sure.
And so, you know, I got to be able to tell that story through hotrod.com there.
And that's the one Monica loves the most.
Sandy.
Sandy, she's so pretty.
So pretty. Sandy's so pretty. That got me. I think that was after Pitt's coming home. Y'all were doing a breakdown.
Pitt's
Mustang Week.
Mustang Week. That's our first Hicks House video Mustang Week.
Yep, I come across that and saw that, and it tickled me so good. So I enjoyed that.
Sandy's so pretty.
All right, guys, this is Richard from Schaffner's Customs. He's one has done a lot of the work on Wicked Stepsister, and he's going to tell us about the setup.
Basically, Robbie brought me the car. He had already done the Terminator swap, so it was basically it cranked and run. We were going to finish up most of the suspension stuff, do a Stifler's web brace system, torque arm, stuff like that. In the middle of completing that stuff, Whipple had their big sale where everybody bought.
Yep.
So Robbie picked up a new 3.4 blower. So we did a blower install. With the big blower install, we decided to go ahead and do a return fuel system. You know, twin pumps and return. We did a full custom fuel system on it. Bigger injectors, of course, throttle body, the whole 9 yards to match the 3.4, and got it tuned.
Had to cut a hole in the hood.
Had to cut a hole in the hood for a big 4-inch pulley. So a lot of people say, wow, I run such a big blower with a big pulley, but it was just one of those deals where it was too good a deal to pass up.
Yeah. And
it looks cool.
Yeah.
And it did make power, so it worked out really well.
What was the power it made?
I think we ended up at 668 and 717 torque. So it makes tons of torque. And it makes it fast. Oh, super fast. So it's going to be a handful to drive.
That's cool
for sure.
What transmission's in it?
T56.
T56.
So basically, the running gear, everything except for the IRS was from the Terminator.
Okay. Cool. We appreciate your work. It looks like you've done a fine job on it.
It was fun. It was really fun. I enjoy working on stuff like that. You know, a lot of times we get into, I do a lot of the newer stuff, you know, the new 5.0s.
Oh, yeah.
And we do a lot of turbos and blowers and stuff, but something like this is just a little more fun.
Oh, yeah.
You know.
Takes you back to your roots.
It does, exactly. Yeah.
How long did it take that Stifler's, to put that Stifler's?
I think probably total time it was around 11. I think I had 11, 12 hours in it. So it's straightforward, but it's not simple. Yeah. You know, so yeah, it takes a lot of time.
It looked good. I remember seeing a picture on Instagram. It looked like it took like 3 weeks to do it.
Yeah, well, that's what it felt like. Yeah, a lot of overhead welding. So
that's always fun.
It's fun. So yeah, hours and hours of welding.
Lose some hair on your face and stuff.
Exactly. It caught my mustache on fire. that kind of thing. So, yeah.
Well, we appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we'll see you again on the channel, I'm sure.
Thank you.
A write-in question here from Just a Mess on Instagram, or Too Late One Out Productions. Too Late I Want. Yeah, that's it.
That's Productions. Too Late I Won.
Who has the cooler red coupe? You or Jesse?
Jesse. Jesse by far. Jesse by far has the coolest red coupe. Jesse's a good guy. I love talking to him. We do a lot of messages back and forth through Instagram and through Messenger, and he's always asking me questions. Hey, how am I going to go about this, or how am I going to do that? And I love seeing him get involved and do it with his own hands. Oh yeah. You know, that's another thing that inspires me. If I'm able to inspire somebody else to build a car, you know, that's exciting. Yeah. That's exciting to me. It gives me a little bit of joy. Yeah. You know, from that. But yeah, Jesse's car is cool. It's a nice ride, and it's going to get nicer.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. He's ordering parts. He got something the other day he messed me about. I don't remember what it was. I don't know if I should give it away.
Don't tell it. Yeah, don't tell it. Let him share that.
So. And he's got one more. Do you consider yourself Fox Body royalty?
No. No, not at all. I'm just an average guy. Yeah. I try to. You know, I think in today's world, or to me in the car community, you have to earn respect. Yeah. And if I don't earn respect, then I feel like I failed. Yeah. You know. So for me, I'm just an average guy. I'm an enthusiast at heart. I enjoy, this is a hobby to me. I don't do it full time. I have a lot of people say, hey, would you do this to my car? And I always respond with, I appreciate that. You know, that's flattering to some extent. You know, I feel that people would ask me to do that, but this is a hobby to me. Yeah. And it's something that releases my day-to-day stress when I get down in the basement, or I'm outside, or up in the field working on them or doing something. It's a release. But you know, for me, just to earn respect in the Fox Body community means more than anything else. Yeah. So,
for sure. Well, I appreciate you being on.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
You guys make sure to check him out. 81 SVT Coupe on Instagram. and you'll see Sandy and the progress of Wicked Stepsister. She's going to be done sometime.
We might. At least she's running and driving now. I have sharpeners to thank for that, and that was kind of one of the. A moving project is a lot better than a non-moving project.
For sure.
And so, you know, I don't really have a goal in mind to have it completely finished. It's been enjoyable working on it, and so
you don't want to make it a pain.
No, I don't want to make it a pain. So I just ought to keep at a steady progress. We'll have all our body panels on by summer. So, but color, we'll wait and see.
Is it going to be at Mustang Week?
I hope so. Yes.
All right.
Yeah, that is the plan. I do plan to take it to Mustang.
Okay.
So,
and we'll do burnouts now. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you saw that last night.
Yes, we can do some burnouts now. That's what everybody wants to see, I'm sure.
Yes.
So,
thanks for watching. Make sure to hit the subscribe button, hit the like, give us a thumbs up, because you know that you like Rob. So we'll see you next time.